It's Chelsea, and I'm from America.
My name's Nicole. I'm from the United States.
My name is Glory. I'm from Miami.
Would you ever entertain the thought or idea of getting married to a Korean guy?
Absolutely. I would definitely marry a Korean guy. I like their style and how in Korea there's a lot more respect for age differences, and there just feels to be a lot more respect.
I guess Korean guys, I think of them like I think of any other kind of guy. Like, you're cute, you look hot, you're dateable.
I would say I would definitely date a Korean guy, and guess what? I do! I have no problem with interracial dating or marriage whatsoever. I come from a really mixed and blended family myself, so I'm really open to it. I think it's beautiful to see interracial couples out and about, and just completely breaking down stereotypes and the status quo in certain countries.
Yeah, even though I came from a really monocultural community, I think that intercultural and international marriages, as long as you have two people that are understanding and willing to work for it, I think that any relationship is worth it.
Right. What would you think are some of the positive and maybe the challenges associated with interracial marriage with a Korean guy or dating a Korean guy?
Well, I'm Hispanic and I'm kind of a mix. My mom is a white Puerto Rican lady and my dad is a black Puerto Rican. Even though they're both Hispanic, there are some differences, some challenges. So I think I can be more open to handling those challenges in the relationship and figuring out what they were, and together as a team we can work through it. But some of the challenges are probably going to be understanding each other perfectly, because even if you learn a second language, it's not your first, and you communicate the best in your first language, I feel. So that might be a frustration in the relationship where you're trying to convey your thoughts and you just kind of have to stop and take a beat, maybe calm down so you can get your thoughts organized and really discuss what is going on in the relationship or whatever the problem may be in that moment. And there are different, I think, just mannerisms, different ways that you react to things, different ways you do things in relationships in America or in a Hispanic country or in an Asian country, and we don't know everything that everybody does. So just getting over those hurdles are going to be a challenge, and maybe not a negative if you're up to it, but something to look forward to trying.
I know the language barrier is a huge challenge at times, because that's something that I deal with in my relationship, but I know that as long as you both have good energy and putting into the relationship with trying to make sure that you guys do your best to communicate and understand and work with one another, then you guys will be good. So I would say that's good advice for anybody who's already in a relationship trying to make things work, an interracial relationship. And I think that here in Korea things are actually changing. I see a lot more foreigners here now that are dating Koreans, and it's not as super rare or uncommon, which is refreshing, because I feel before it used to be completely super homogenous. And I like mixed babies. I like Malaysian babies. I'm sorry. I think I would make some damn cute babies.
Well, with international, I mean, language barrier is always going to be a thing. Because you didn't grow up with the same idiosyncrasies in language that would arise from your own culture. I think even in the United States, from Minnesota to Wisconsin, there's differences in culture. So obviously, across the world, there's going to be huge differences. But Korea specifically, I think that it's just the stigma around international marriages in Korea isn't as, it's getting a lot better, but it isn't as open as it is in America. And so trying to break those barriers is the most difficult thing.
And what would you say your ideal type is when it comes to Korean men?
I don't really have an ideal type specifically for Korean men. I feel like as long as we can communicate and you treat me well and I treat you well and we really try to understand each other and make each other happy. I think pretty much that's my idealistic guy. And yeah, I'm gonna say height. I'm gonna throw height in there. It doesn't have to be like an NBA player, but my height or a little bit taller. But I've dated shorter guys, so I'm okay with either. But if you say ideal, I'm throwing down height.
My ideal type in a Korean guy is somebody who's athletic, can keep up with me. I like to be athletic and get out and work out. Somebody who has good personality. I mean,
Name that band member.
I mean, there's this one band member in a K-pop group. Please don't put that. No, I would say that someone who understands me on a more intellectual level, a little bit taller than me or my height, yeah, I would say more intellectual, but like with a slight, with their own personal fashion sense. I don't want someone who just wears like sweatpants.